Example and very warm welcome to our presentation. The presentation that our group will talk is on feminine sensibility in Kamala's writing, The Freaks. Firstly, to introduce the presenter of the group, I'm the first presenter, Tesh Doji. I will be followed by Sring Darje and Son Tashi, and lastly by Som Sring. So the outline of our presentation: firstly, Sring Darje will talk about aims and objective of the project, followed by Som Tashi, who will speak on the freaks, and lastly Son Sring, who will speak on the other writings from the Kamala Das and writings by other women of India, and he would like to conclude. So, to give you the brief outlines of our presentation and our work, it talks about feminine sensibility in Kamala Das' work, The Freaks. It tries to talk about the general picture of women in India, where women were always dominated and subjugated by male counterpart. The silence and repressed voice of women, which remain in the deep and hidden socket of the heart, is being tried to shown through this poem by Kamala Das. And so, to show that, we have tried to bring down the other writings of the Kamala Das, and also the other writings by the other writer of India, and finally we came to the conclusion how that freak tries to show feminine sensibility, which represents Indian society.
Our research paper aims to extract feminist sensibility in Kamala Das' poem The Freaks. Hence, understanding the situations of women in India becomes important. Thus, the objective of this paper is to understand the condition of women of India through works of Kamala Das and other writers, to scrutinize whether the freaks represent voice of Indian women or not.
Lyrics, a short lyric written in the confessional manner, is written in the first person point of view. The poem gives the expression to the speaker's feelings as she lies in bed with her husband, when both of them are waiting for the commencement of their physical intimacy. Though they are waiting for the physical union, the female partner is scared and disgusted. She thinks herself unhappy and feels the coiling snakes of silence or emptiness in her heart. The Freaks, a short lyric written in the confessional manner, is written in the first person point of view. The poem gives expression to the feelings of speaker as she lies in the bed with her husband, when both of them are waiting for the commencement of the physical intimacy. Though they are waiting for the physical union, the female partner is scared and disgusted. She thinks herself unhappy and feels the coiling snakes of silence or emptiness in her heart. At the end, she calls herself a freak or abnormal person who makes a show of being lustful in order that she may be regarded as a normal person.
So I am going to present on the other writings by Kamala Das. There are many works produced by Kamala Das, but I am going to stick on some of her works. The Old Playhouse presents Kamala Das' married life, where her life was full of sorrow, grief, frustration, revolt, and also quintessentially her desire and hope for freedom is also reflected. She also conveys the women's loss of identity and their submissiveness. Hence, the loss of women's nature, desire, and dream in a male-dominated society is profoundly depicted. For instance, Swallowbird in the playhouse, tries to show her married life, which is undignified, where it is used by male ego for entertainment, pleasure, and lust. The Looking Glass portrays the reality of the life of a woman. Even in the substitute, she talks about how women should act and maintain silence for the societal position. The Descendant rightly talks about love, and the Looking Glass reveals about the desire and ambition that women always have. Thus, her writings focuses on her consciousness about women and on self-discovery. For instance, Summer in Kolkata talks about patriarchy or male-dominated society that depicts about the ill treatment and suppression bestowed upon the women. So now I'm going to talk on the other writings. In Cry of Peacock, Anita Desai shows disagreement between husband and wife, conflict of social structure against women's sensibility through Maya. Anita Desai mainly focuses on women characters who suffer from dominations of man in the society. In Winding Wine, feeling of being women in a male-dominated society is shown where women has little rights to raise voice for her concerned husband. Manju Kapoor's Difficult Daughters shows the changes that society is heading towards as well as something that needs to be done in order to make the change visible. Now I am going to conclude our presentation. So Kamala Das, belonging to the third category of face of feminism, tries to speak the voice of women in presence of male counterpart. Her writings mostly influenced by actual experiences of life and the experience of general Indian women in Indian male-dominated society. Lastly, her writings clearly shows about how women have been tortured and how they have been looked down in the society.
Hence, The Freaks by Kamala Das, an Indian writer, portrays feminist sensibility of the poet representing the silent women of India.
Thank you.
Thank you and Tashdele.